All right. Week 14 in the books of SWAT, and we are here with another SWATcast episode. This one, the theme is SWAT rookies. We invited all of the rookies from SWAT this year for the first time in the league, wanted to hear what they thought. So Johnny and I dug through the dozens and dozens of applications that came through of all the people just itching to get on the SWATcast. And we narrowed it down to Marianne and to Alex. So, Marianne, Alex, thank you for joining.
Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome,
Thanks for
welcome.
having us.
Yep,
Yeah,
thanks
no
for having
problem.
us.
Obviously, everybody, cousin Johnny. He is back again. Money background. Still doesn't hit a parlay yet, but we'll get there eventually. So Marianne, Alex, thank you very much for joining. I gotta ask, when you first joined SWAT in the beginning of the year, thinking like, I don't know what this pool's all about, but did you ever think you'd also be on an award-winning podcast to go along with it? Like, I mean,
Well,
it's crazy, right?
yeah, I was really excited about it, actually.
All
I watch
right.
each one. Yeah.
That's
I really
awesome.
thought I was gonna have to wait till the next turn, like the next go round. I'm really shocked I got in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it quite a few hours. I was like, I know how
that's
many
true.
people
Yeah.
watch this show, so
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, the intern did a lot of the work, going through all the applications and stuff, but yeah. But we
Yeah.
made the ultimate decision.
Quick
So
turnaround, yeah.
yeah, it was a very quick turnaround. But yeah, so obviously being, almost through your first season of SWAT, what are your overall impressions now compared to what you thought when you first joined?
Well, I guess I'll go. So I was it's hard kind of in the beginning because you're still trying to figure out teams, their strengths, their players. But I think you try to pick kind of those strong teams as you go, and then it's the last couple of weeks of the season, and you're like, all right, who do I have left?
Yeah.
The
Yep.
Browns.
Yep.
And that did happen last weekend.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, it's just trying to like figure out you think you make good decisions and then ultimately you get surprises. So I've
Yeah.
had some surprises.
Yeah, I've heard people say that they think going in it's going to be easy. Like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
you could pick a team that we think's going to win, and then like all of a sudden you just get to those weeks where you're like, you think it's a no-brainer, and
Hmm.
I mean, the NFL is wild sometimes, and it doesn't exactly work out that way. But
Hmm.
Alex, what about you?
yeah. For me, like the first week is always the toughest week. So once I get past that one, I feel like I'm on cruise control. So after the first 4 weeks, I was actually doing quite well. I was in the top 12, and now all of a sudden I dropped way down. So now
Hmm.
now I'm back where I think I should be. I had a few down weeks.
Yep.
Last week I thought I had it locked up with the Buccaneers, and unfortunately it didn't work out that well
Yeah,
for me. So
you and 98 other people banking
yeah,
on
that one
Tampa
that
Bay.
one shocked me. So I thought I was going to take a leap with that one, but nope, I'm going backwards. So
Yeah, I thought I was being smart with it, thinking people were going to take Tampa Bay, which I was right. So I went and it was like, I'm not taking them even though I could. And I went with Cleveland instead, and that kind of backfired as well. So
Mm.
that didn't really help things. But
It
yeah,
was that
what are you
final
gonna do?
play, Adam. That crazy final play really
Yeah,
just like
I know
what happened there?
it's unbelievable. I don't understand. So I'm even more mad about it, not just because I picked them in swap, but I also picked them in a regular survivor pool where there was only
Mhm.
four of us left, and I didn't have many teams available, so I went with Cleveland.
Mhm.
Two other people took Tampa Bay, and
uh,
when I saw that 2 point conversion, I'm like, what were they doing? Like, first of all, they went for two. I didn't see it, like why they did, but the touchdown before they went for two, when all they had to do was kick an extra point, and then they would have been able to kick the extra point to tie it for the second one. So that to me, I don't even understand. And then Shador Sanders isn't even now. It's funny because everybody was complaining and saying Shador Sanders is not that good and he's not even a good quarterback. Now he leads the team. He has over 300-yard passing, and then they
Mhm.
get to the point where they need a 2 point conversion to tie, and they don't even put him in. Like I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
and you wonder why some teams just are destined to fail, I guess.
He was even surprised he wasn't on the field.
yeah, I noticed
I
that.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Who'd the fourth person take in Survivor? Did they win it?
No, they actually, believe it or not, I got really lucky because they took Kansas City. So
Oh,
Jeez.
Houston beat him, so all four of us advanced again,
Wow.
and it kind
Wow.
of reset. So I'm actually still alive. So I'm not as hateful towards Cleveland as I was before. But like going in, like three out of the four were out, and that one guy who's got Kansas City is probably thinking, "Oh my God, I got
Mm.
this like locked up." And yeah, I couldn't even watch the game. I turned it on. There, Houston was up 10-0. The 2 minutes I watched, Kansas City scored, and I said, "I'm not watching this anymore." So I shut it off, and I just was like, you know what? I'll wait and see what happens tomorrow morning. So yeah, so I lucked out. So I continue. So anyway, just so that everybody knows, like Marianne and Alex are in no way related. They don't even know each other. They just met each other when they first joined. They're not even in the same state. So Marianne, you are in Kentucky. Why don't you give us like a quick recap of like how you got into SWAT and like where you even heard it from?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm in Northern Kentucky, and my neighbors, Laura and Chris, they live catty corner to me. Their best friends are Kate and Will. And so last year, Laura and Chris would tell me like how their SWAT teams were doing, and I was like, oh, maybe, I could join next year, and I'm hooked. I love it.
That's
So
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah,
Love to
so
hear
that's
it.
how I got in it, and I'm really enjoying it. And even though I'm kind of low on the points, I'm still fully in, and I'm gonna be in till the end. So
Nice. Well,
dedicated.
that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
It's awesome.
Um, yeah, it seems like both of you have been making picks all the way through. So hopefully in the last, 4 weeks it stays that way. So,
Yep.
Alex, what about you? I think it's a simple one step connection, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Not as cool story as you, Marianne. I live in Connecticut with Adam, and it was just an email came across. It was very long. I read it, and I was like, "This looks really cool. I'm gonna jump into this," and here we are. So, but it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing it. So I'm just a football fan all around. So it's been fun.
Nice. Nice. Now, did you really read the entire email or are you
I
just
was I
like
was gonna say I'm sure Adam's happy to hear at least one person read the email.
I did. It's like, Adam, you know me, I'm very detailed. So yes, I did read
you
the whole
are?
entire email because I wanted to make sure I know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yes, I did.
Yeah, there are people that are like, "Oh my God, your email was way too long. There's no way I could read it. I couldn't get in." I'm like, "I summarize it for you at the top if you just don't want to read all the details, but I put all the details in there because I have to make sure I'm covered because of all the rules of like if you don't make a pick and sending
Yep.
it, if you send a pick at 1:01, don't try to take a team that's started at 1 o'clock. Like, it doesn't work that way. So I do all that so that way there's no arguing. There's no, questioning of the rules or anything like that. And I can always say, hey, it was in the email. If you chose not to read it, that's not my problem. So,
Yep. And we
um,
know how people operate. So you'll send it all out there. It's all laid
yes,
out, and the questions will
yes.
still come across, even though you got a million things to worry about. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, and yes, I agree. You are very detailed oriented. For those who don't know, Alex is on the Little League board with me. You do all the scheduling for all the hardball games. So my question to you is, what is easier, picking in SWAT each week or putting the schedules together for all the Little League teams from T-ball on up through majors?
picking swap by far. It's just looking at a 13 to 15 games per week and just okay, I'm picking this one. I'm picking this one.
Okay,
Putting
all
that
right.
schedule together is it's a pain in the ass.
It can be. Yes, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Then you got like 10,000 coaches, myself included, who are like, "Oh yeah, not this day or schedule us for this time on this day, do this." So, but I appreciate what you do on there. So,
It's all for fun. So
yeah, yeah. Awesome. So Marianne, what do you so I know you said like a struggle obviously is just like this late in the season not having teams available to pick now that you've gone through half the season or more than half the season and more than half the teams, what has been your have you had do you have a strategy that you've gone through or you're just taking it week by week?
Well, I think a few things. One, I'm gonna I have some thoughts about the season, and I'm gonna make notes for next season. I think a few mistakes I might have made were picking teams that were not at home. That was kind of a struggle sometimes. I
Okay.
picked a Thursday night team. I think it was my first loss. It might have been the Eagles. Oof. I think it was week 6. Um, Thursday night games are tough because they don't have as much practice and they're going just a few days in between and they're
Yeah,
traveling.
true.
So that I learned Thursday. I didn't pick any of those European
Mm.
Sunday games because it's just like different time zone, different place, different stadium. That I was leery about that. So I think I'm just gonna in the future kind of try to pick more of the home. I do a lot of research on the odds. So that kind of helped me. And then making sure we're checking the um, report if there's any medical problems or issues or injuries too.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. That's, I mean, makes sense. I know a lot of people will reference the spreads to see, I'm always a little weary of whatever team is favored by the most because I feel like
Mhm.
it almost never works out where they actually win by the most. So,
Yeah.
sometimes I eliminate that right off the bat. Other times it's, I'm depending on who else I have available, that might be my only option, but it never turns out that way. So I'm a little wary about that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know. And speaking of point spreads, we'll jump to cousin Johnny here, who's king of the point spreads and king of the point spreads and parlays. I don't know, is that what we're calling you now?
I didn't know I was the king of any of that, but
Yeah, that's true. You're
um,
really you're really not
I
until
thought it
you
was
hit
more the
one.
jester. But um,
That probably fits a little bit better, yeah.
sure. So for the parlay of the week, um, kept it on theme, knowing that we're going to go with rookies here in the SWAT and going with Egbuka, Booty, Woody Marks, and Fannin all anytime touchdowns, all rookies. There's actually a decent, I think, a decent rookie class of groups of guys, for anytime touchdowns.
Who was the
Um,
fourth one?
Fannin, tight end, Cleveland
Oh,
Brown.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do have a couple shout outs. I know I haven't done shout outs in a couple weeks. I guess what came first, SWATcast or Swatify? Um, Shout out to Swatify for jumping up from 32nd place last week up to 10th.
Yeah,
And
that was a big jump.
Joe Michaels jumped from 41st up to 11th. Those are the two big jumps this week. Looks like nobody really in the top 10 dropped down that low. It looks like 10th dropped down to 15th. You said only a couple weeks left, really. So we're kind of getting, time to really, look deep in the bag and see, Marianne, like you said, who's got what teams left, right? It'll be interesting to see, right? Some of these teams, a week ago, you were in 41st place, decently out of the money and might have thought you had no shot. And now you're up to, they jumped up to 12th place back in the money right away.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
that just shows how 1 week, can really turn stuff around.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I say you never know because this week I'm actually surprised you didn't give a shout out to Dubes since he was our mystery guest last week on SWATcast and because of the mini SWAT he took Minnesota as his pick.
Oh,
So
really?
he then the next day was like, you know what? I'll take Minnesota in SWAT as my pick too. And he's the only one who took him and they won by 31 points this week. So when 99 or even more than that, when 100 and I forget what the total was, 150 or so entries went negative this week, he went up 31 and he jumped up pretty high. Now, he's still got some work to do, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head where,
Yeah,
but he made a
he
big jump though.
jumped from 71 to 30. So
Okay, that's a pretty big jump.
do it again this week, Dubes.
Oh, I mean,
If
listen,
if you're listening.
oh man, like I mean, give him some credit. Jeez, that's brutal. 31 points. He's the only one that picked him, and you're like, yeah,
No,
okay, whatever.
I mean, that is crazy.
And to answer your question, Swatify was first, because obviously Swatcast was only born, as the NFL season was starting. So,
Hmm.
the guy who does the Swatify entry is also the same one who does the Nostradamus entries, where he made the picks before the season even started. Um, so yeah, which maybe I should try that because doing it week by week doesn't really help me anyway. So.
Also, side note, are we wearing Notre Dame jerseys in public or?
Yes, we are wearing Notre Dame jerseys in public because they absolutely got screwed. So if you want to have that conversation, I'm more than willing to have that conversation. That is such a bunch of baloney, I think. The fact that they didn't get in, it makes no sense. Like you want to look at the full picture of work. Okay, yeah, they lost head to head to Miami. They lost head to head to Miami week one by 3 points in Miami with a freshman quarterback. And then week two, they lost to Texas A&M by 1 point, who is also in the college playoff. And actually, those two teams are facing each other, which I think they did on purpose just to like throw an even bigger dig at Notre Dame.
It is, yeah.
And so their only two losses are against teams that lost 1 and 2 games all season, whereas Miami's two losses came against two 8-4 teams. So whereas like if Notre Dame lost to an 8-4 team, they'd be like, oh, they're definitely out. Like forget like they're not even, it wouldn't even be in consideration. And then you put in Alabama, who got destroyed by Georgia, who has three losses, and put them in. Like, I don't know. I just think it is ridiculous. And I actually think Notre Dame was one of those top teams and just got better every single week. I mean, you had a freshman quarterback going into Miami with Carson Beck, who transferred from Georgia. So he's obviously been in those big games, and they only lost by three. Like, I mean, that's all the way back in week one. That's, I don't know. I think they got it totally wrong, and I don't blame Notre Dame for bowing out and not accepting a bowl bid because a lot of those players wouldn't have played because they're gonna graduate, they're gonna move to go to the NFL or whatever, or whatever. So why bother? What are they playing for? That's a lose-lose situation in my mind. But
I enjoyed seeing a lot of memes of the play like a champion sign with some, opt out like a champion.
yeah.
Make sure they hit that on their way out to the field.
They,
So
they did. They did opt out like a champion because they should be champions. They should be in the playoffs and they should be champions. And that's all I have to say about that. Unless anybody else wants to jump in and say their pieces. But I don't know if you guys are college football fans. I sent out the information on the college bowl pool.
segue.
Yeah, which is I always like question like should I even do it? But here's my thinking on that. At some point during the bowl season, I'm gonna flip the TV on and watch and turn on some like random game of two teams that I don't really care about, and I'm gonna wish I had like a rooting interest. So at least with this, you got to pick a winner for every game. So at least there's always somebody to root for in every single bowl game, whether whoever the teams are that are playing. So it's a fun little thing. It's only $10, so you just jump in, make your picks, and make your confidence points picks, and yeah, whoever has the most points wins. So my little college football plug there.
Yes. Agreed. I normally it's you got to rank the games right by most confident, least confident. For those of you who don't read Adam's emails but tune into this, what he's talking about is a college bowl pool. Pick every game. Again, rank them most to least. I just leave all the, or actually, I move all the more confident ones at the beginning so that I know if I'm out early or not. But it is a fun one, and there's heck of a lot of games. So
Yeah, it was like 46 or something like that. So all right. So I thought I'd play a fun little game here. We're calling this one Get to Know a Couple SWAT Rookies. I just totally made that up. Johnny, you have no idea about this because you are actually the contestant on this game.
all right.
So I have fun facts. I'm going to read one at a time, and it applies to either one of the two rookie SWAT guests that we have on here, either Marion or Alex. So I'm going to read it and you're going to tell me who you think it is, okay?
Yep.
All right. So, first one. Um, this person is a huge Raiders fan.
Alex.
Alex, is that you?
Yeah, how do you get that vibe?
I could just tell, honestly, man. I don't know what it was, but I could just you just give off that I don't know.
Yeah, so I didn't want to give it away before, but I'm a huge Raiders fan back when Bo Jackson was there, back to the Tecmo Super Bowl games for
Nice.
Nintendo and
Yes.
Marcus Allen. So I stuck with them ever since back then. And it's been a long 20 something years, ever since 2001, 2002. So I'm not a big college football person. I'm mainly NFL, but I
Yep.
start doing mock drafts in like week 5 or 6 because that's how bad my team is. So I'm hoping for the number one pick and they can finally get a quarterback this year, even though the quarterback draft is not
Yeah, it's not great.
very hot this year. But yeah, huge Raiders fan, and it's been quite the journey.
Nice.
Very unfortunate.
Nice. All right.
Painful Sundays.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Giants fan, so
Yeah,
so I feel you. And Johnny's a
Jets
Jets fan,
fan,
so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all in the same boat.
Yeah. Miriam, what's your team? It's not one of the fun facts, so
Well, it was It's hard. I grew up in Cleveland, so I have that Browns background. They've made some, interesting decisions in the last couple of years. So I've moved down to northern Kentucky. So I'm kind of cheering more the Bengals on these days, but I still want the Browns to do well. It's just hard. It's hard to be a Browns fan. So
Yeah, we have
yeah.
we have at least one other Browns fan that I'm thinking of that's in SWAT. I don't know if they'll be watching this, but yeah, yeah. Actually, it's Bethany. So Bethany's the one that has won it 2 years in a row. The
Wow.
only multi winner. Her husband is a Cleveland Browns fan. So
Well, someone's got to do it, right?
yeah, well, that's true. That's true. All right. Fun fact number two. This person has been to three Pittsburgh Steelers games.
Marianne.
Marianne, is that you?
It is not.
It is
Dang it! I
not.
knew Adam wanted to go one than the other.
Oh, you think you know me so well. All
But
right.
Adam phrased that pretty well. It's like, so 3 Pittsburgh Steelers games, but to see the Raiders 3 times.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, so
Yep.
there's the twist.
Yeah, there you go.
That
All
was
right.
in Pittsburgh. That was in Pittsburgh. You went?
Yeah, one of
Okay.
my best friends is a Steelers fan, so this
Okay.
is before I had kids. We drove out there 3 times.
Okay. That's
Yep.
a long trip, huh?
Oh, sure was.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. The next clue or the next fun fact. This person saw Seinfeld live this past weekend.
Past weekend.
This past weekend.
Marianne.
Marianne, was that you?
That was me.
It's you. I am a huge Seinfeld fan, so that is awesome. I've seen him live. That was years ago, but I would definitely go again. He is awesome. I still watch the show pretty much every night as if it's still new episodes. So
Yeah, he's on tour now. So check and see. He's doing some New York dates, probably like 5 in a row. But it was awesome.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The next one. This person um does strength training twice a week.
Marianne.
Marianne, is that you?
That's right.
That is
I'm
Marianne.
looking soft, huh?
I'm
It's
not
not to
providing
say.
reasoning. No reasonings behind these, Alex. All right.
Maybe Alex does strength training 3 times a week. We don't know that. It
That
wasn't one
is
of the
true.
wasn't one of the fun facts. So
7 days a week, Alex. That's right.
there you go. There you go. All right. This person has been on 8 cruises.
Eat cruises. I'm gonna go Alex.
Yep.
Alex, is that you? That is you.
8 cruises. Wow.
Well done, Johnny. Well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
now enjoy cruises. Now we're gonna kind of take a break for a little bit and start doing other things. So
Wait, what happened? What was like the
no,
decide?
we
Oh,
love cruises, but
okay.
yeah, now we need to start like more all inclusive. Still need to do Disney with the kids, so we need to check off all those boxes.
Okay.
Very
Yep.
nice.
Nice.
All right. Next one. The goal of this person is to visit every NFL stadium.
Marianne.
Marianne, is that you? I guess it
Sounds
could be,
fun
but
though.
did you
It
submit
sounds
that one?
fun.
You did not submit that. That was Alex. That was Alex again.
Wow. How
Yes.
many are you at so far?
Yeah, so I was telling Adam I'm on a long pause just because the Raiders suck so bad, and it's very expensive these days. So
Yeah.
back when I first started this, I only been to 4. Pittsburgh was 3 times. I've been to Buffalo, New England, and MetLife. So I need to start expanding more. Obviously, I want to get out to Vegas, but unfortunately, all those fans travel and drive up all the ticket prices through the roof. And
Yeah.
and not to be snooty, but like when I go to a football game, I need to sit field level. I'm not going to go and sit up high like at a baseball game. Like, and now to go, my son's going to want to go, so I need to pay double the ticket prices. So it's not just paying for myself anymore.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it is a goal. I do have the board at home. I put the tax in there, and one day, hopefully, I'll get back to seeing them all again. So,
There you go.
and the Raiders need to get better. I was like, I'm not going to go if
Well, the good thing is that if you go to Vegas, those ticket prices might be low.
Hmm.
Or if you go to if they face some other crappy team, the ticket prices would be low. So that'd be a good opportunity to go see them. So, if they start
Yeah,
getting good, everybody's gonna want to see them.
what happens is all the fans from like Pittsburgh and they just
Well,
drive up the prices. They all travel there, and then
Yeah,
it's
true.
more
Yeah.
it's more of the traveling fans that show up in Vegas now.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, true. Vegas being obviously a destination
right.
to get out there. So,
Yeah. So
all
until they
right.
find a head coach and a quarterback, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pause too until they figure it out.
Yeah. There you go. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, couple more left. This person is a seeing eye human for a blind dog.
Marianne.
That's
Marianne, is
right.
that you? That
Yeah.
is you.
I have a blind dog and help him out all the time.
Wow. Very
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Good for you. Good for you. What kind of dog?
He's a golden doodle. He's 12, but he went blind at 2, so he's been
Oh,
blind
wow.
most of his life. Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
But we do, he does everything most dogs do. It's just normal for us. So,
Sure.
yep.
Mhm. All right. This person has read almost 70 books this year.
Marianne.
Yep.
Marianne, that is you.
Yep. I'm almost at
Jeez.
70.
That is
Now,
impressive.
All
I
right.
have to say though, that's audio and physical copies because
Okay.
I
Yeah.
drive a lot for
Still
work.
counts.
Still counts. Yep.
Yeah. Still counts, definitely.
Absolutely.
Maybe we should come out with a swap book. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah. That could
Yeah.
be number 71.
Sure. I'll
That'd
start
be
writing. I'll start it tomorrow.
Maybe you'll sell more copies of the book than you have views on here. So
Yeah. Do a
chapter.
signing. Come
Yeah,
in for
there
a
you go.
signing.
Chapter two, how to hit the parlay.
Once I find
Um,
out, I'll start the book.
yeah. Okay. And the last clue. Today is their birthday.
What? Happy birthday, first and foremost. Let's see. Alex.
no,
No,
not
it is
really.
not Alex's birthday. It is Marianne's birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Yeah, happy
Marianne.
birthday, Marianne.
What a
For her
way to
birthday,
spend it.
she came on the
Yeah, it's awesome.
SWATcast.
I was
Yeah,
excited.
That is crazy.
that's dedication.
I
That's
love
right.
it. I love it. This is fantastic. No, yeah, obviously, thank you very much. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was a little game that we decided to play. John, you got about, I think you got
50-50,
five. Yeah, I
probably.
think you were about 50-50. You got five right, I think four wrong. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, you had a
Not
50-50
great.
shot, but
Yeah, not great.
it's like your parlay. It's better than your parlays, actually.
Hmm.
So you actually got some right.
Hmm.
All right, cool. So, a few minutes left. So, as you guys know, we do a mini SWAT competition between Johnny and the guests. So, last week, actually, Johnny suffered his second loss, just his second loss all season. I think he's like 6-2.
Yeah.
Dubes and my cousin, Johnny's brother Matt, took him down, got 3 out of the 4 correct, and I think the point differential was 20 something maybe or 30 something. It might have been higher than that. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was probably higher than that because they had Minnesota. So Minnesota for 31. Um, so I've got 4 games here. So, Marianne, I'll let you pick the first one. Washington at the Giants. I know,
Um,
just a great game to, I mean, it's just so exciting to even think
okay.
about that matchup.
Okay, so I'm picking who I think would win.
Who do you think is going to win? Yeah, and then based on the win loss, how much they win or lose by, I'll add those points together. So who, if you whatever team you take, Johnny automatically gets the other team.
Okay. I'm gonna go. It's a tough one. I'll probably go with the Commanders.
Okay.
No offense, Adam, Giants fan, but
None taken. I probably would go with the Commanders too. So, Johnny, Buffalo at New England.
Buffalo.
All right, Alex, Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Mm, tough one.
Burrows.
Cincinnati.
I was gonna say Burrows is back.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He is.
Cincinnati. They're at home. Baltimore
Mhm.
hasn't been looking too good. So
That is
Mhm.
true. That is true. And Johnny, last one, the Panthers at the Saints.
Mhm.
Ooh, exciting.
yeah,
Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see how you guys do if you can give Johnny a losing streak for the first time this year. But yeah, so we've got about I don't know, a couple minutes left. I'll turn it over to the rookie guests. Are there any interview questions or anything you guys want to rant about? Do you want to add on to my Notre Dame rant? Do you want to interview us? Do you want to just say, hey, it's over and done with, and we'll call it a night? We got about 2 minutes before our free subscription to Zoom runs out.
Alex,
Marion, it's your birthday. I'm sure you got things to do, right?
you can go first. Let me think of my
I'm all good. I'm having a good time, and I'm hoping I start moving on up, like how I was at the end of like week 3 or 4. I'm in a rut now, so.
Yeah.
But I try to save the better teams for the end, but it's not working out too well, my strategy.
It makes sense to save them to the end if you can use the other teams to get you there, but
Yeah.
if you're not there in the end, it doesn't really help.
Yep.
There's a couple teams I've saved. I did save the Lions. So I still have the Lions that I can pick.
Okay.
Just
All right.
depends how the Steelers do here and there. So I still have them I could pick. I don't know who you've left, Alex, but there's a
I still
few
have
I
the
feel I just
Chiefs,
have to kind of decide. Okay.
even though they're struggling, but
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
have the
yeah.
Bills left.
Okay. All right.
that's good.
I'll give you a hint. The Bills play the Jets the last week of the season, so
And I don't like to pick against my team, but I still have the Eagles left too. So after how bad the Eagles looked this past week,
Oh
I
yeah,
tend to
that's
pick the
this week. Yeah.
Eagles to rebound against the Raiders. So we'll see.
Yeah. You're right. Yep. All
Mhm.
right. Cool. Cool. How's everybody doing with the Christmas shopping? You getting it done? We good?
We're
Yeah,
kind of like last minute a little bit,
Yeah.
but
All right.
I need
it's
I
getting
know
there
inspiration.
day by
everybody's
day.
too focused on SWAT and trying to do the
Yeah,
it's up.
research. They don't have time
that's
for the
right.
Christmas shop. I get it. I get it. So,
It's that
Yeah.
time of year where like Amazon, FedEx, UPS, they're all like coming at the same time most of
yep.
the time.
Yep.
So
I hear you. I hear you. So, all right, cool. Well, if nobody has anything else, we will wrap up. But thank you very much, Alex. Thank you very much, Marianne. Happy birthday again.
Yes.
yep,
Um,
happy birthday.
Thank
Cousin
you.
Johnny, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Well
Till
done, sir.
till next week.
Sounds good. All right. Good luck.
All right.
The rest of the
Thanks,
season.
guys.
Keep making those picks. Everybody,
Yeah.
and enjoy the week. Thanks,
Thanks for
guys.
having us.
Thank
Thanks,
thank you both,
guys.
rookies.
Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye.